Hi, I'm Lisa from the Birth and Baby Space. I'm going to be doing some story massage with you today. So story massage uses massage strokes alongside singing and nursery rhymes and storytelling. It's really good for interactions with small babies and children. It can really help children with their social development and also really good for cognitive and physical development too. Remember, a really important part of story massage is asking permission. So even if you are massaging a baby who can't yet talk and can't yet tell you yes or no, you can still ask. And you'll know if your baby doesn't want to join in anymore. If they become a bit grumpy or unsettled or start to cry, then you should stop, because that's their way of telling you they don't want to join in anymore. Okay? Hi. Can I give you a massage? So I'm going to start by showing you our first story massage stroke, and this is called the fan. So it starts in the centre, pushing your fingers up the middle and out around to the side, making a tree-like or a fan shape down the sides of the shoulders and down the arms. It can do the opposite, coming down and out to the sides, and down again and out to the sides. So this is all the fan movement, and this is our first massage stroke. And you can do it one-handed as well. Just place your other hand on the opposite shoulder, up and down. Our first nursery rhyme we'll try is row, row, row your boat. So we're going to use this fan movement. We're going to start in the middle for row and down the sides, row up and down the sides, row up and down the sides, your boat up and down the arms. The second move I'm going to show is called the wave, and it is a wiggly line waving side to side whilst moving down the body. This can be done the opposite way, and it can go from the bottom to the top as well. So wave, wave, side to side. So it doesn't need to just be up and down, we can do it across the body as well. Wave. And back the way it came. Wave. And it doesn't always have to be a big movement. We could just do a small movement. We could maybe do a wave down the person's arm. So wave. Okay? So for the second part of our nursery rhyme, row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. So we're going to do the wave for gently down the stream. Gently down the stream. And I've chosen to go top to bottom, but you can choose any way that's comfortable for you. So for our next move, it's called the circle, and it is just that, a circle. You can do it in a clockwise direction or anti-clockwise. And again, it doesn't need to be a large movement, it can be small. So maybe if the person you were massaging wanted to have a circle on their hand, we can do that, a circle. Or smaller circles on their front. Or even doing some circles on their feet. And babies especially like this, it's a really sensitive area. The circle. So we're going to use the circle for the next part of the nursery rhyme. So row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. And then we're going to sing Merrily, Merrily, which is going to be all circles. Merrily, 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 merrily. Life is but a dream. So for the rest of the nursery rhyme, all the moves are going to be the same. for row, row, row your boat, which is this movement. And for down the stream is always going to be a nice wave, whichever direction you would like. Okay, but we'll change the ends of the chorus with different movements. So for the second verse of row, row, row your boat, we're going to say down the creek. And if you see a mouse, don't forget to squeak. But for this, the massage stroke, we would like to do the sprinkle, and that's just really lightly your fingertips touching the body and moving up. So like a little mouse traveling up and down the body. So you can go in any direction you would like. You can travel up and round and down the arms. You could just travel up the legs. You could do both legs at the same time. This is the sprinkle. You might want to do it on the head. Okay? So we'll go gently down the creek. If you see a mouse, don't forget to squeak. So the next massage stroke I'm going to show you is called the walk, and it is gently walking your hands up and down the body. So the verse that comes next is row, row, row your boat gently down the river. If you see a polar bear, which is what we're doing with the steps, the walking polar bear, don't forget to shiver. The last massage stroke I'm going to show you for row, row, row your boat is called the claw, and it sounds exactly like it is. You're going to get your fingers into a claw shape, but gently, not hard. Run your fingers, just the tips of your fingers down in a claw shape, as if you were doing a scratchy action, but not actually scratching. Okay, so this is the claw. So again, it can be done in a range of ways. It could be across the tummy, it can be up and down. You could do the claw on feet, because that might be really tickly, that might be really enjoyable. You can do the claw on legs. Or you could do the claw, my baby doesn't have any hair, but if you did have hair, you can do the claw running like this, running through the hair on the head, which can be really nice, just like that, because there's lots and lots of nerve endings on your scalp and through your hair. So that could be a really nice sensation. So that would be the claw. So for the fourth part of our nursery rhyme, we're going to row, row, row your boat gently down the shore, and if you see a lion, this is where our claw stroke comes, don't forget to roar. Claw. Okay? So shall we put that all together? I'm going to do the nursery rhyme all in the one, and I'll show you all the moves that we've just learned, and we'll put them all together. Okay, so are we ready? Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Row, row, row your boat gently up the creek. If you see a little mouse, don't forget to squeak. Row, row, row your boat down the icy river. If you see a polar bear, don't forget to shiver. Row, row, row your boat gently to the shore. If you see a lion, don't forget to roar. Rawr. So it's World Book Day on the 4th of March. So I thought we could start one of our stories with one of my favourites, Dear Zoo. And we already know all the moves that we are going to do. So I'm just going to show you the massage strokes we've already learned and how we're going to use them in Dear Zoo. So for each of the animals, we're going to do a massage stroke. So for elephant, he's the first animal we'll do. We're going to do the walk, which we did already in the polar bear. Okay. The next move we're going to do is the wave, which is the very first one we learned. And we're going to use this move for the giraffe, the tall giraffe. So you might want to do an upwards movement for this to replicate the tall giraffe. Okay, next we're going to do the lion, which will be the claw, which we've just learned. So that's for lion. For camel, we're going to do the wave, but we're going to do it across the way to make the bumps of the camel's humps. Okay, so across the way humps for camel. So we're going to do the same wave for snake, but we'll do a long snake, and we'll maybe do it with just one finger to replicate the snake all the way slithering down. And then we're going to do monkey, and that's the circle, the cheeky monkey. We're then going to do frog, and we're going to do the walk again, but we're going to do it together like this, like a little frog hopping. Okay? Lovely. And then the last one, we're going to do the puppy that we get at the end, and that's going to be a running, excited sprinkle massage stroke for the puppy. Dear Zoo by Rod Campbell. I wrote to the zoo to send me a pet, so they sent me an elephant. But he was too big, so I sent him back. So they sent me a giraffe. But he was too tall, so I sent him back. So they sent me a lion. Rawr. But he was too fierce, so I sent him back. So they sent me a camel. But he was too grumpy, so I sent him back. So they sent me a snake. But he was too scary, so I sent him back. So they sent me a monkey. But he was too naughty, so I sent him back. So they sent me a frog. But he was too jumpy, so I sent him back. So they thought very hard, and they sent me a puppy. And he was perfect. So I kept him. So the next song we're going to do is about a bunny rabbit called Little Peter Rabbit. And I thought this would be a really good one to do because it's about Peter Rabbit, who was a bunny rabbit in a story written by a woman called Beatrix Potter. She wrote lots and lots of wonderful children's books, but this one I think is the most famous. So we're going to start and we're going to do the wave, but we're going to do it over the head and we're going to pretend like it's bunny ears. So we're going to do the wave up and down like bunny ears. Okay, so that would be the first part for Little Peter Rabbit. And then we're going to do the circle and very gently we're going to tickle the nose. Had a fly upon their nose. Okay, Little Peter Rabbit had a fly upon his nose. And then when he flipped it and flopped it, we're going to do the wave down the way and a flick at the end. Flipped it and he flopped it and the fly flew away. And then for the chorus, which is the powder puffs and curly whiskers, we're going to do a bigger circle and a wave. Like this. And then a wave across the twist. Okay? So let's try our Little Peter Rabbit song. You can either have the person you're massaging sitting in front of you and doing it from behind, or you could do them sitting in front of you as well. Ready? Little Peter Rabbit had a fly upon his nose. Little Peter Rabbit had a fly upon his nose. Little Peter Rabbit had a fly upon his nose. So he flipped it and he flopped it and the fly flew away. Powder puffs and curly whiskers. Powder puffs and curly whiskers. Powder puffs and curly whiskers. And he flipped it and he flopped it and the fly flew away. Shall we do that again? Little Peter Rabbit had a fly upon his nose. Little Peter Rabbit had a fly upon his nose. Little Peter Rabbit had a fly upon his nose. And he flipped it and he flopped it and the fly flew away. Powder puffs and curly whiskers. Powder puffs and curly whiskers. Powder puffs and curly whiskers. And he flipped it and he flopped it and the fly flew away. For our main story today in Story Massage, we're going to do Doug the Dinosaur by Holly Elliott. So just sit back, listen to my words and copy the massage strokes that we've already learned in this session. Doug the Dinosaur by Holly Elliott. In a land forgotten where the grass was always green and the trees were always tall, lived a dinosaur named Doug. Doug had very big and very ticklish feet. Doug couldn't go anywhere in the forgotten land without his super stretchy shoes that helped stop his humongous feet from being tickled. One day, Doug walked down for his morning wash at the lake. Doug took his super stretchy shoes off and placed them very carefully on a slippy rock. Splash! In jumped Doug. He washed very quickly as he had a busy day of adventures ahead. Doug scrambled up onto the slippery rock. "Oh no!" he cried as he clumsily knocked his super stretchy shoes into the quick-flowing water below. Doug knew he would have to find his super stretchy shoes, or else he would be stuck having tickly feet forever. First, Doug walked carefully around and around and around the crumbling crater. Then he marched up a monstrous mountain and down the other side. When he reached the bottom, he swam through a smelly, sticky swamp. And finally, he clambered up a tree. Doug couldn't see his super stretchy shoes. Doug became very sad. Just when Doug gave up hope, along hopped a little bird who had seen his super stretchy shoes down the stream. Doug thanked his new friend, and quick as a flash, Doug slid down the tree. Doug danced with excitement. He walked very quickly, laughing all the way as the green grass tickled his gigantic toes. Eventually, Doug found his super stretchy shoes and placed them back on his ginormous feet. Doug decided then he'd had enough adventures for one day. I hope you enjoyed our story massage session today. I hope to see you soon. Remember to always say thank you after a massage. Thank you for letting me massage you. And if this baby was able to talk back, it would be lovely if they said thank you back as well. Have a great World Book Day.